Baritone ukulele time. Let's go do it. I'm going to go post the link on our website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. We do baritone ukulele, regular ukulele. We do harmonica, guitar. It's fun. All right, so now the link is posted. Now I'll get everybody in here. And I gotta have to cancel guitar class today, unfortunately. My building is falling apart all of a sudden, and so I gotta go work on some of that today, this afternoon, unfortunately. So I'll tell some of the guitar people come to this class, and so I'll let them know as they're logging in. Somebody will let me know if the sound is good. Today in this class, we are doing what are we doing? We're doing Amazing Grace, and then we will also play through Las Mañanitas and 5'2". These are all two are in the key of G, and one is in the key of F, and it's going to be great. Hey, Michelina. Hey, Terry. Hey, Lanny. Oh, you're done, Lanny? Good for you. Congratulations. Yeah, Lanny and I Lanny is one of my, we've been buds forever. And Lanny, he owned some property that he was on the board having to deal with. And then I am on the board of our association. And yeah, we've had a really rough day today. And so I am working on a number of things that are going to require me to not make music. One of my things lately has been, hey, I am going to stay focused on what's important and not what's urgent. And so writing music for this has been what's important. And I have ignored emails and texts and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and the news, and I've been ignoring all that stuff. Right, staying on course, and then stuff in this building comes up, and it's like, well, that's more important. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to cancel guitar class today, which is a bummer. Vic, I just was letting everybody know I got to cancel guitar class today because I'm gonna have to go after this and go and go. I'm gonna have to go take a hammer to some people. That's not true. Nobody's getting hammered today, but we have a problem I got to deal with. So I'm going while you guys are loading in here and getting tuned up. You're tuning up every day, right? Oh, just a regular board. Okay, good, Lanny. I'm like, golly, that guy got. How do you get out of that? Um, so I'm gonna go post on the guitar site that real quick while we're loading in here that I got to cancel today, unfortunately. I hate canceling classes. Copy. Just makes me super sad. Guys, edit. Control V. All right. All right, so that's posted there, and then I can go back here. And write no class today. Sorry. Frowny face. Frowny face. Today's Tuesday, right? Yep, Tuesday. Does every day feel like the same day to you guys? It feels like, I don't care, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they all feel the same right now. I don't like it. I prefer to have my days of the week mean something. All right, view page, and then view page, and then, all right, so no class today. All right, so there's that. That's disappointing. What am I going to do? What are you going to do? Sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? Just doesn't work out sometimes. Hey, Diane, welcome in. Hi, everybody. Two things. Number one, we have three absolutely world-class songs to sing today to go through. And so hopefully you will enjoy every bit of what we're about to cover. And I think we couldn't possibly be more lucky to be having such great music. Hopefully, you're playing well. That's the other thing, is that if there's stuff that's going on that doesn't make sense, and you're like, I don't know what that guy's talking about most of the time, um, please let me know. I don't hear a ton from you guys, which is fine. That's right. I mean, you're not required to. I just want to make sure that whatever I'm teaching is sort of sinking in. I really mostly want to make sure that when I teach, it's making you happy, right? And that you are feeling like, hey, I'm getting better. This new crazy activity with this very unusual instrument that we use. Is starting to sound beautiful, and I'm happy. That's what we're really after here. The next thing to talk about very quickly is, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, I am giving some consideration to taking a class. Every day I wake up and I realize how dumb I'm getting, and I'm thinking if I take a class, it might counterbalance some of that. So, which will require me to make some adjustments in my schedule. I am considering, just a thought, taking this class and moving it to 10 a.m. And that will help get my afternoons freed up. I think my current plan, or my current thought, is to move guitar to 9 a.m., baritone to 10 a.m., and then keep the rest of my schedule the same. And it would just free up my afternoons a little bit so that I could take this class. And so I haven't made any final decisions about that, but that's sort of where my mind is going these days. So you might think about how that would affect your life, and whether that, every time I move a class, I end up losing a few people and gaining a few other people. And I always hate losing anybody along the way, but I also know you're dealing with a guy here who is falling apart from a mental standpoint, and I want to make sure that I'm doing something else as well, right? You always need a backup plan. Right now, this is the backup. This is the backup to plan to the backup plan. This is it, right? And so I got to start putting a little bit of energy into coming up with an escape route if I needed one. Don't think I'll need an escape route. I'm hoping we can just sit and hang out and play music every single day, and for the rest of our lives, and that would be okay with me. Um, all right, so I dealt with the guitar thing, and if you are one of the guitar people, I know Vic is, and sometimes we have people sneak in from guitar class into this class because they're thinking, "Gosh, guitar is hard. Let's think about playing something a little easier," and this is it. And again, guys, just because this is easier doesn't mean it's worse, right? And what this is a different instrument with different capability. On this instrument, man, when you're playing chords, you're just going to knock every single string out over and over and over. It's very unusual to play guitar like that, and so this thing has the other specialty things it can do. Now let's go on to Amazing Grace. That's our main song for today. We're in the key of D. And so let's make sure that you're feeling comfortable with your D chord. Index finger there, middle finger there, ring finger there. One of the harder chords to start with when you first start playing, but beautiful, right? And anytime you're in the key of D, there's going to be two friends that come along for the ride. G chord's coming along for the ride. Okay, that one's not too hard. And then a 7 chord, which is index finger up here, middle finger up there. And then back to D chord. Okay, so we're going to sing. As you know, I can't sing, so close your ears. 2 beat count in, and then we go. 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Let's do it again. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but So a couple of different ways to play that. That I think that chord progression though, that from G to C, back to G, back to A7, back to G, D, sorry, D, G, D, A7, D. That's going to come up. That's one of those chord programs on baritone. You should just get where you can kill it, right? One of the ways to do that, take this song and see how fast you can play it. Amazing grace, how amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Right, and so mess around with that. But those three chords are lovely together, and they actually make the baritone really come alive. Really nice pieces of music. Next, let's play the melody. This song, you have threes, you have twos, you have zeros, and you have a five that show up. That's it. So a lot of times we always talk about index, middle, ring, right? We always talk about this all the time, and that's a really helpful way to think about positional playing. But for this song, since there are no ones, what if we slid up to two? And if we're on 2, 3, then magically our pinky ends up on 5. Now we don't have to move our hand at all. Everything's exactly where it needs to be. Saves a lot of work, prevents things from moving around, and I think that's the way we want to play, right? Less work is more work, okay? From less work is better. Less work is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's play it real slow. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3, oh, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 2, 5, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3, oh, 2, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3. Doesn't that sound sad? Like, yeah, I would play that at a funeral. I want them to play that at my funeral, right? That's beautiful. Beautiful. Sad. It's all major chords, right? There's nothing in there that's not normal or regular. It just has kind of a sad feeling to it. And the melody's moving all around vertically on your fretboard, but not this way. And so it's nice. And that's the kind of song you like. Everything fits together real pretty. So then, last piece of the puzzle. And by the way, the reason we always work on melody is to make sure that you can play that lights out. You can do it in your sleep, no big deal. You always play melody, 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 so that you can be the lead. And then when you get together with a friend and they have to play the chords, right? And so often as baritone players, you're going to end up playing the chords because you have the deeper voicing compared to ukuleles. And plus, you can really strum the heck out of this thing, and so you're going to end up doing chords a lot, and that's okay. But I also want you to be able, when it's time to be the lead player, I want you to be able to play melody at the highest possible level that you can. Right. Next thought: tough uke, index finger, middle finger, ring finger. There's your D chord, right? So you're hanging out on your D chord. Let's see how far this job will get us, just holding this chord. Okay, so the first note's a 2, already holding it down. Pluck it. Next note, 0, 2, 3. We're already holding all those notes down, so strum that. Make sure your thumb is resting on that first string so it doesn't accidentally go off. Then pluck 2, 3. You're already holding them down anyway. And then 0, 2, 3, 2, that's a full D chord. Strum that. Then you've got to lift up your middle finger to play the 0. And then 0, 0, 3. And then you gotta lift up your ring finger to play the 0. And then 0, 2, just put your D chord back on. Okay, hit the 2 again. 0, 2, 3, you're already holding them down. 2, 3. Nice strum here. Middle finger up for the 0. And then a bar on 2, pinky on 5. Strum that. Okay, and notice I'm showing you what I'm doing, right? I'm doing this, but that's not what you should be doing. Your hand should be up here like this, right? Just with these guys still ready to do work. Okay. And getting your bar as clean as you can whatever you need to do. If sometimes we need to raise up a bar or pull it down a little bit, sometimes we need to roll it back, sometimes we need to roll it forward. But adjusting your thumb, your index finger until you get that. Now that's a 5-beat note. That looks like something scary on the page. All it is that bar chord with a 5, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, and that's how long it should last. It should last for 5 beats. Now you're already holding down the 2 with your bar, so just get your pinky out of the way. Here's the hard move, and it's even harder on baritone. D chord, pinky up here on 5. Now, for some of you guys, that's going to hurt, right? Again, we're working on getting you where you can do that. My pinky is now getting full of arthritis. It doesn't like doing this very much at all, but you can do it. It's just going to take a little while. If you have real small hands, this might be a stretch. And in those cases, then you would modify it with index, middle, and pinky. Okay, but I'd much rather have you hold a real D chord and put your pinky up there. Okay, because not on this song, but on other songs, the very next chord is going to be a G chord or a D chord, and you're going to need to just pull this off and play the whole thing. So it's just faster and easier if you can get this correct. So strum that at 9, then 2, 3, so you lose your pinky, and then 0, 2, 3, 2 is a full D chord, then ring up, middle up to play the 0, and then index up to play 0, 0, 3, rest stroke, hit the 0, and 0, 2. Hit the 2 again, D chord, right with the rest stroke. And then this is a cool moment, all 2s. Okay, and then a 0, and then a D. Isn't that nice? Just nice arrangement of stuff. So let's go through, play it without stopping, really slow. 1, 2. Two. Nice. And you've been doing your Make It Better bar worksheet, right? So when you hit that, all those 2s, you're like, yeah, I do that all the time. I do that every day. No big deal. Nice. All right. So there's Amazing Grace. Hey, Linda, welcome in. All right. Let's play it one more time. I just played the whole thing with my thumb. Now I'm going to now play it with my plex. Maybe if you are in that next level group where you're like, yep, I'm going to be a professional baritone player and working on your claw position, let's give that a try. If this is too much right now, just play it with your thumb. And obviously, if playing this with your thumb is too much, play just the melody. 1, 2. Three, 1, 2. Very nice. Very nice, right? I make a joke here. Now, make sure you know that I started with, this is a joke, in parentheses. And my local, when we can meet face-to-face here in Denver, I hold my group classes out in Lakewood. And I always look around the room to see how funny people are. Usually by third week, they're pretty funny. Um, they're like, okay, I'm getting this. This is not going to be bad. And I say, okay, so I got to give you some advice now that you know how to play Amazing Grace. Um, as a professional musician, you have to decide if you're uh, a traveling musician who plays in bar rooms every night and gets beers thrown at you, or if you're going to stay home at night and you're going to go play weddings and funerals. That's your choices as a professional musician. Either that or you got to teach, which is a terrible decision. But but if you want to perform, that's kind of your choices: weddings and funerals, on the road. And who wants to go on the road, right? So I say, all right, so when it comes to it, you got weddings, you got funerals, and you're like, well, I want to play weddings because they're more fun and blah blah blah. No, 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 no. Here's my piece of advice: you want to play funerals. Here's why. One, they're going to pay you $350 to come to the wedding. You got to deal with the bride. She wants some stupid song that you've never heard of in her wedding. It's unbelievable how dumb this song is going to be. Second, you got her mom, right? She's gonna be like, oh God, and then the only person you're gonna like at this wedding is the dad. He's gonna come to you at the end after you've done your job and write you a check. You are the smallest check he's gonna write that day, and he loves you. So that's why weddings, right? Funerals pay more. The food is just as good. The guy in the box there, it sounds lovely, and you only have to know Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Love Me Tender, and Amazing Grace. That's it, right? And occasionally they'll say, well, we would like you to play one other song during whatever period, and you can pick some soft, gushy song that you like to play that you've been working on lately, and you're set. So, weddings or funerals, go with your funerals every time. All right, end of joke. It's not really a joke, but it's pretty true. Amazing Grace, I played it a lot of times, and it's just really just a beautiful tune, really fun to have on your ukulele. And Michelina, haha. um, no, I'm not exactly making I played enough weddings to know I don't really. It's too high stress. They really need you to be everything they want you to be, and of course, when the minute you show up, then they don't even know you're there because they're busy with other stuff. The only one who cares, the dad comes to you at the end of the wedding, whenever you're done doing your thing. Here's your check, and you could just see the relief on his face, like, oh, thank God, I only have to give you this little tiny amount of money. I'm gonna write $9,000 to the caterer tonight. And so, yeah, poor the wedding industry. Oh my God, who thought that up? All right, let's play our two songs of the week. For those of you guys that are next level, let's play Las Mañanitas. Another one of my absolute favorite songs. Just a beautiful song. I understand that this is played at birthday times to get you out of bed on the morning of your birthday. And I love this tune in G chord, right? And Interestingly, the version that you guys have is quite a bit different than the one for ukulele. I did that kind of on purpose so that if those of you guys who are doing both classes, every now and then would have something that's a little bit different. And so this one's a little bit different arrangement than the one for the ukulele players. And I do think that this one sounds absolutely beautiful. It's going to just have this nice bass carrying all the way through it. Let's give it a try. We tried it yesterday. We'll try it every day, hopefully, until Friday, when you'll be responsible for it. If you're brand new here, or if you're still getting your chops around baritone, just play the melody. Really, the melody's beautiful. From the top, 1, 2. top. Second ending. Pretty song, right? That's in the Brahms lullaby level of beauty. I just think just the way it flows together, just absolutely delicious and really sounds nice on a baritone. So yeah, there you go. I think you could do yourself a favor by just really sitting down, knuckling down, and learning that song. Nice part is, right? Get your C chord going. Every time you play in C chord, I'm sorry. Every time your G chord is your main song, main. Every time G is your main chord, you're going to find C's and you're going to find D7s coming along for the ride. And again, with this song, that's exactly what shows up. Really, really nice, really just pleasant. Probably sit and play that for an hour and just over and over and over and just have a really lovely hour, right? I like that. Vix is very pretty. Yeah, heck yeah. I think that's a home run piece of music right there. And we don't hear it often in the United States, and so it's nice to get a chance to play it. All right, 5'2", obviously much harder song, and those of you guys that are working on leveling up, this is a great one to be putting into your practice routine. Let's walk through the tough uke. If you are not ready for tough uke, and that's perfectly fine, you're walking yourself through the melody along while we're playing this. Okay, so first three notes, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to have this F chord, and then you're going to C chord. Sorry, C chord. Add your pinky, and then get rid of your C pinky. And for melody, it's O 3 O. Okay. Then you're going to put your E7 on and get ready to put your pinky on 4. And then at measure 3, you got your A7 and get ready to put your pinky way up there. That's all stretch, right? Okay, hardest move in the song is this D7. Two fingers on the 5s, and then either your pinky or your ring out here on 7. Baritone gets pretty far spread apart, so you're probably going to be thinking, maybe I'll play that with my pinky. So 0, 5, 7, 5 using your pinky here. And then just slide your middle finger back to get this 0, 0, 0, 3. That gives you time to be putting on your pinky and your index finger on 1 and 5. And then go back to C chord. 5 beats of that, and then we 3, 2, 1, and we repeat that whole section. Okay, let's move on to measure 9. Measure 9 is the B section of the song, so we're going to play 3, then we're going to play 5, then pinky way up on 7, and you have this very unpleasant little C chord, E7 chord you have to make. So leave your pinky on the 7, index finger on 5 of the second string, middle finger is going to go on the top string on 6, and ring finger is going to go on the third string on 7. So that's what you're looking at there. Okay. What you're really doing is you're making a B7, but then you're sliding that all the way up to here and putting your index finger on 5. Okay, and now you have an E7. Okay, and then all you're going to do is move your pinky around just a little bit to get the melody handled. So E7, move your pinky up to 8, bring it back for 3 strums, put it back up, and then pull it back. Okay, measure, what do we want? Measure 12, bar on 5, middle finger on the 6 of the 3rd string. Probably use your ring finger to grab a 7 on the bottom string, and then get rid of it. Okay, page 2, go back to this D7. Again, you can decide if index, middle, and ring, or index, middle, and pinky make more sense to you. Well, I lied. We have to use your ring here because your pinky is going to have to fit on here to play the 7s. And those 5s are all by itself. Then it measure, what do we have, 16? Just do your index finger on 6. It's going to be the easiest. 6, then 7, pinky up on 10, back to the 7, and then 8, 6, and just use your ring finger for 8, pinky on 6 again with the 2nd string, and then 0, 3, 4. So it's 0, 3, 4, and then this all repeats from measure 18 through measure up to 30, 23, is it? Measure 23 are all going to be the same as we've already played. Pinky, E7, pinky on 4, A7 with the 5s, D7's at 22, slide back to the G, and then here's where the change happens. Slide back up, slide back, slide up, slide back, then all opens. That's our favorite chord, C chord, 2, 3, 4, 1, E chord, C chord. That's it. Okay, and you got to do it right. You don't want to go. No, you got to go. Okay, so give it a little bit of energy, and it'll sound fine. Let's play it. Remember 1 through 8, and then go back and play 1 through 7. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, rest. Measure 9. Leave your pinky there, index on 5, middle on 6, ring on 7. Two, 3, 4. Right? And then here we go again. 2, that's it. Okay. Um, that's of course slow. That the faster you can play that piece, the better. What I usually do when I'm playing this, in a situation where I need to do it well, I usually play it pretty fast, except for the, and then I usually look up at the audience while I'm busy putting on this crazy E7. So a little bit of drum, a little bit of stage presence there to create a silly moment in the song. It's a silly song, right? So we don't need to be making it too serious. This is a song that does better the faster you can play it. And so that's why I ended up memorizing it, because it's kind of hard. All right, that's it. That's what I know about baritone ukulele. Hope you guys are having a great day out there. Go out, do good, be safe, keep practicing. Keep showing up. Where else are you gonna go, right? Where else are you gonna go? Subscribe and like, and let's keep playing baritone. It's really nice, guys. As I mentioned earlier, no time, not happening soon, but I am considering moving this both the guitar and baritone class from afternoon classes to morning classes. So guitar at 9, baritone at 10, my time, whichever. I don't know how that fits into your time, but the idea would be to make it possible for me to take a class in the afternoon/evenings. And so haven't finalized all that stuff, but just put that in your thinking cap. If you have strong opinions about that, obviously toss them to me on email, or feel free to share with me whenever, and I will see. It never works out that clean, but I'm working through this stuff. Let's see. Michelina, Gary, have a great afternoon, everyone. Right? Thanks for being here, guys. Be good, and I will see Vic. I'll see you tomorrow for guitar. And sorry about the cancellation today. And Lanny, good to see you, bud. And so let's just keep moving forward. Terry, glad you were here. And who else am I missing? Vic, Diane, okay, Michelina. You guys all have a wonderful day. Anybody else hanging out up here in the widget? Glad you made it today, and I will see you soon.